Hey guys, today's gonna be a very quick video. One of my favorite topics is budgeting your money. Now, when I was broke, I didn't have that much money in my pocket. I was always overspending and then going into more credit card debt. As I started making more money, I had to solve that problem and really look at where my money was going. So I created my own Excel sheet that I started looking at every quarter, every month, and just making sure I was staying in line. I've done it for myself, my siblings, and honestly, it's super simple and it works. This at least helps you understand where your money's going. So I'm gonna show you guys a quick walkthrough demo on my Excel sheet that I created, and I'm gonna plug in some numbers so you can see how it works, and I'm gonna put the link in the bio so you can download it yourself. Most important thing is you have to be honest with yourself. The biggest reason people are afraid of getting financial help is because they're ashamed of their own financial status and how they manage their money. That's probably one of the most private things in the world is, I manage my money my way. I don't need anybody's opinion. And people get into problems because they're not intelligent when it comes to managing their own money. So you just keep on digging yourself a deeper hole and a deeper hole and a deeper hole until the problem becomes so big you can't control it, and then you're definitely not going to seek help. So let's walk through it right now. Let me show you how I use it, and let's make sure this can work for you. Here's my Excel sheet. On this document here, I have mostly everything you need. Right? Rent, mortgage, school loan, car payments, credit cards, dining out, gas, haircuts, clothes, groceries, Netflix, Spotify, bus passes, hobbies, everything's on here. So we're gonna plug some numbers in so you can see how this works, and I want you to utilize it. So I'm gonna just put in some quick numbers. Let's say you pay $1,000 in rent. Let's say you pay $200 a month in school loans. Let's say you have a $220 car payment, because that's what I have with my nice little Nissan Altima. $150 in car insurance, credit cards. Let's say you have revolving debt, $200. Now, you have to be very honest with yourself. Put in all the money you spend out eating. If you go out and you like to have dinner twice a week, you like to go to McDonald's, Starbucks, that adds up. I'm gonna say right now, Starbucks is expensive as hell, and you wanna be getting that nice little iced tea or fancy coffee. It's gonna cost you $6, $7 every single day. That adds up. So put a rough number in for now. We're gonna put in, let's say $300 a month between going out to restaurants and eating. Gas is a necessity. You put $100 a month. Haircuts or hair styling, whether it's salon or nails or manicures, whatever you want to do. Let's just put here $50 a month. You like to shop once a month, let's put $200. Groceries, Netflix is $10 a month. So we're just gonna put all this stuff in here. Gym costs, let's put $35 for a gym. And then savings. You can have this extra line item in here because if you want to actually proactively save money before you actually have extra money left over, I encourage that. So let's put in here you want to save $200 a month just because you're setting up and starting out. Now, this is based off of someone that, I would hypothetically say makes 40 grand a year. So as we scroll down on this Excel sheet, we have here the total monthly expenses all tallied out. This first line item here is going to give you the sum total of all your monthly expenses. This is going to multiply by 12 on this line and tell you your annual total expenses, not including holidays and extra expenditure. If you want to add that in here, you can add that in there as well. If you want a vacation, add that in there as well. I encourage that. But then this breaks it down into 52 weeks of weekly costs of expenses and then bi-weekly costs of expenses for you. Now, the income section here, most people get paid bi-weekly. So I recommend putting your bi-weekly total. And then the next line on line 34 here, this line here, if you look at the formula, is B33 minus B31, which is basically your bi-weekly income minus your bi-weekly expenses. So based on this formula here, where someone making $1,400 every 2 weeks, which comes out to roughly, what is that, about $3,600 a year, $36,000 a year. So that means you're making about $50,000 to $52,000 a year after taxes. This breaks it down to where you have a $170 difference between your bi-weekly income and your bi-weekly list of expenses after you've already saved money, paid for the gym, got your haircuts, you dined out, you paid your school loans, paid your mortgage, paid your car insurance, you paid off all your bills, right? This tells me you're still gonna have money left over. And then the very last line here, line 35, basically takes this bi-weekly savings extra and you're gonna be here and you're gonna have another 4,200 for the year. So this works out well. But let's say you like to party too much or you spend too much. So let's put, you're dining out at 500 because you're just out all the time. You like to shop, so you drop in 250 a month instead, right? You pay for groceries at the house, let's say another $100. Let's put 100, boom. You have extracurricular activities, hobbies. You like to paint. You like to, I don't care if you want to like go out there and smoke weed, or you want to buy CBD products, or you want to just whatever you want to do, extra hobbies, cycling, swimming, extra sports, extracurriculars. Add it in here. Add everything. I'm gonna add another $100. Right? So now when we scroll down, this number just went to a negative. So right now at that point, you're actually spending more money than what you're making. And money left over annually, you don't have any money left over because you're at a negative $980. So this will help you look at these numbers here and say, hey, you know what? Let me reevaluate, right? Now you can say, hey, you know what? I'm paying too much for my car, or I want a better apartment and I'm right at my cusp. What do I do? What do I lighten the load at? Let me stop going to Starbucks. Let me stop going out to Applebee's or nice restaurants, every week, and let me drop this down to $350, right? I'm going to be driving a little bit less because I'm commuting more locally and not as long distances. I don't really need to shop $250 a month. Lighten that load again. Drop this down to $150, right? And then you want to add more to your savings, do that. Add more to your savings. Let's drop this down. So now by playing with the numbers and looking at your life expenses, you can really see how things make a difference. So now your bi-weekly cost of expenses is less than your bi-weekly income. You have an extra $63 for savings, and you're gonna have an extra $1,600 at the end of the year. So this helps you understand your money. Now, this is a tool. Use it. Seeking help is tough, especially when it comes to your money. It's a very private situation. But utilize this, help understand yourself and your money and how you spend, and start looking at where you can cut corners and start actually setting goals to either cut debt, buy property, invest in a car, like whatever you guys want to do, and like goal set for yourselves and your own aspirations. You need to have money for these goals, no matter how big or how small, and you need to look at where you need to cut corners. And this is going to help you be more disciplined because now you actually see where your money is going and you have a plan. I'm proud of my little brother Kenny. My little brother William, I did it for him recently. I did it with my wife, and she thinks I'm an Excel sheet Nazi. So, but she appreciates and she understands that this is important. But if you don't know where your money's going, you don't know where you're going. So download this document, try it out. It's yours. And I just want you to be financially better off and make better moves long term. So enjoy, get budgeting, get smarter, save that money.